Hello everyone, welcome to this reading. This is a reading regarding what vibe and energy you give off. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I recommend picking a different pile that you feel drawn to. And with that being said, this is group 1, group 2, and group 3, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hello group 1, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what energy do you give off to people. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, probably choose, another pile that you feel drawn to as well. So I shuffled one card off camera and I'm gonna shuffle the rest live. So your first card is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so that's good. The type of energy you give off, I feel like you're someone that's very heartfelt. You're someone that feels things deeply, or like when you're going about things, you consider like how it might make you feel before anything else. You're someone that definitely values feelings and emotions, and I feel like your emotional maturity and your emotional intelligence might be very, very high, might be very, very skilled compared to a lot of people that you might be around, or people might just get this from you because you've like had so much experience with emotion, because you're probably a naturally emotional person or a naturally sensitive person. That's not anything bad, just to put that out there. But yeah, so it's not like you, because you guys are like naturally like feel things deeply, you had to learn how to also understand and sit with your emotions, because not being able to navigate your emotions but having the trait of feeling things deeply is a disaster waiting to happen, and that probably, I'm hearing like maybe you guys like are finally getting to that point, or what I'm talking about. Like a lot of you guys had that point where you guys were probably, you felt like you were all over the place emotionally. You could like, you didn't really understand how to deal with them until you eventually learned. And now it's like, I am a heartfelt, deep person, but it's beautiful. Like the ocean has so much just waiting to be found. Like it's wild, but it's also beautiful at the same time. And I feel like you guys are learning to love that. So the energy you give off is that the vibe of a person like that, literally. Like I'm hearing that like you guys have a lot to offer. Like people think that you have a lot to offer. You have a lot of wisdom to give. You have a lot of insight to give, and I feel like people really do appreciate, your message and what you have to say. And yeah, let's get more cards. So Spirit, wow, it's crazy because under this you have the Empress. Yeah, you guys are very, I will say, heartfelt and beautiful, majestic. Spirit, what vibe does group 1 give off? What energy? We have the Death card. Wow, it literally fell out, but I wasn't shuffling, so I didn't take it. And look, it's coming out again. I have the Death card. And it's crazy because literally before I even like started shuffling for your group, I started thinking about the Death card because I had seen it. And I had also seen the Fool, so I wouldn't be surprised if that card also ends up coming out. But with this Death card, I feel like you've had a lot of transformations over the years of you living, and that is exactly why you're so, I'm hearing like so deep, so advanced. It's another word that is just, you're so skilled, you're so, like, I guess it's like an old soul, but it's like a word to describe a person like that. You're just so equipped with knowledge. Like I feel like I'm hearing like valuable. What you say is very valuable. It's very appreciated. Even if people don't really go, the extra length to show you that, but it's very appreciated because I feel like you have a lot to offer and people know this. But with this Death card being here, you guys could change your hairstyle a lot. I'm hearing like you guys can change your persona a lot, maybe, or let me get more cards. Spirit, what vibe and energy does group 1 give off? We have the Knight of Swords. I'm hearing quick on your feet, very witty. I'm hearing like a cat that has 9 lives and they're on their last life. So, and the cat is old, and they're just like, everyone's just like, how haven't you like how haven't you died yet? You're in your last life and you're this old, and you're just like, I've died so many times. I know how to escape death. I know how to get away. I know how to get around it. Like, you have so much experience that you're able to do the things that you do. And I'm hearing like people can try, and I'm hearing like if people try and copy you, this could happen to you a lot. Just know that, not to wish anything bad on them, but no one will be able to do it like you, because no one has went through the things that they've went through for them to be equipped as you are. So that, let me just put that out there. I'm hearing very strategic. I never know how to say that word. I hope I said it right this time. But you're just like, you guys, let me get another card. I don't want to make this reading too long. Let me get the fourth card out. Spirit, what vibe and energy does group 1 give off? And we have the King of Swords. Yeah, and it literally just flipped in reverse. Yeah, and then the 5 of Wands. And then the 5 of Pentacles. I'm hearing someone and then the Lovers. Someone overthinking themselves into a problem that wasn't even there. Now, I don't know how that's going to resonate. I didn't get any, like, insight on that. So I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm also hearing, like, someone that's robbing themselves of experiences because, like, they can overthink something so much. Like, I'm hearing someone walking away before things can go bad. And you, like, okay, I'm hearing, like, someone that will literally back out of something because they see it getting like cloudy, so they think it's gonna rain, so they go home and not do what they wanted to do or set out to do, and they end up like not getting the result that they wanted because they decided to go home just because it was cloudy, just to end up finding out that it didn't rain that day and you could have went. So I feel like you guys might have that issue. That's just a random thing that popped up. So maybe people also realize this about you, that you guys might have the tendency of quitting before really, not like trying, but like, it's like once you see, like, sense any like staticky energy, you get crazy defensive. And that's another thing, yeah, with this 5 of Wands, you guys might have the tendency of overreacting. Yeah, getting yourself into problems because you're overthinking a situation. Yeah, that's literally just what I heard. Yeah, someone like overreacting. I'm not saying you do this, but like this is just the energy you give people. Like, oh, they know not to like do certain things around you because they know they would get a certain reaction, like that they just wouldn't want on themselves. It's like they'll make that comment to somebody else, but they won't make the comment to you, because they know that they won't get away with it with you. You actually like say something back, and the comment is not something like extremely like bad up to the point where anyone will say anything back. No, I feel like it's like a subtle comment that is like shady enough for you to catch, but not shady enough for you to address, because they can always say that you're crazy. So like, and people, and I'm hearing like quote unquote normal people know of that dynamic, so they will never say anything, but you on the other hand will. So I feel like, yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but yeah, group 1, that was your reading. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what is the energy and vibe you give off. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading and not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would definitely just try, you know, picking another pile that you feel drawn to as well. So I shuffled I shuffled one card off of camera, and I'm gonna shuffle the rest on camera. So the first card we have is the Devil. So what vibe do you give off? Now before I get into this, I want to say this doesn't mean this is what you are and who you are. This is just a vibe that you give off. So with the Devil, I feel like you're like a walking temptation. I'm hearing like you're an example of what, I'm hearing like a walking trap. Like, oh, let me get more. Spirit, What energy and vibe is power? I'm hearing like someone that enjoys life so much that they don't even think of the consequences. And like, it's like consequences don't exist to you. Rules don't exist to you. So it like, and even though that gives you a lot more consequences in life, because a lot of bad things can happen by thinking that way, it also gives you a new view on life that a lot of people don't have, because the average person is like, I'm not going to go spray paint this man's store because he told me this, because obviously I'm going to go to jail. No, you don't think that way. This is just an example, but you don't think that way. So now you have the option of, do I feel in the mood to vandalize this person's store today? And it's gonna be fun. I'm getting my revenge. So you're like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain, like, you're doing things like all around that's like, you're just doing what you want. Or like consequences and rules don't really apply to you. I'm hearing even people say that's not fair. So Spirit, what vibe and energy does group 2 give off? What vibe and energy does group 2 give off? We have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. What vibe do you give off? Ace of Wands. I'm hearing one thing about you, you don't lose your spark. You don't lose your spark. And if you do, you put it right back where it was. Literally, I'm hearing like someone that's in control of their own torch. Like you literally have a lighter right there next to you. And that lighter, like my imagination is like so weird because I can't even explain this. But it's like you're so complex, like the way you work, the lighter is literally your finger. So it's like you're not using anything external to relight your flame. You literally have a built-in you guys literally have a built-in lighter. Like your finger is your lighter and you just whoop, and then the flame is lit again. Like I'm hearing you guys are very self-starting. One thing about you, you don't need anybody is what I'm hearing, which is crazy because none of these cards really signify that type of mindset. But I'm really just getting the fact that you guys like are so grounded in your own energy. Like you always have yourself, you'll always entertain yourself, you'll always pick yourself back up, you'll always give yourself what other people may not be able to give you. So you're never in position where you're like down and you're gonna stay down, because you are the, like, I feel like something like you guys literally have taken control of your own life up to the point where sometimes like it could even like a negatively influence other things, you know. But that doesn't mean, and this is why I said, like, I was getting the energy that it's not fair, like people saying it's not fair, because for you this might be an amazing, like it's the truth for you, it's right for you, it's something that works for you. You can go ahead and live like this and actually have fun and you know, have a functional life because of what has happened in your life that made you able and capable of living a life like this, while other people cannot do that because they didn't have. And it's crazy because group 1 had like a similar concept to them, which is crazy because I literally almost called them group 2, but call them group 2 literally. So I feel like the vibe you give off is like you live a life that not many people can live, you know. I'm gonna get one more card. So Spirit, what vibe does group 2 give off? What vibe and energy does group 2 give off? I'm hearing like a bright orange aura. We have the 8 of Pentacles. One thing about you guys definitely work towards what you want. You will put in the work no matter how long it takes. You will do something, and even if you don't want to do it, in the back of your mind you're telling yourself, well, I'm working towards a goal. I'm actually getting somewhere. I might not like it, but I'm slowly getting somewhere. You guys have great work ethic, and I feel like you guys have a lot of ambition, which is crazy because you have the Ace of Wands. Like you literally have that fire. I'm hearing like you have the light. You have the fire. You have the light. It's burning. It is burning. It is there. It might not be as big as you might want it or as big as it can get, but that fire is burning though. And it's like the more you keep doing what you're doing, the more you keep working towards what you're working for, you'll eventually get there. A lot of you guys, if this is not an actual goal that you're working on, I feel like you guys worked on yourself. I'm hearing like it took you a while to, yeah, this is something that you've like this skill or like power or the specialty that you have that not like a lot of people have. I feel like it's not something you just get. It's something that you have to build for yourself. And that's what you've been doing over the years, you know, like as you're going through certain circumstances, as you're, you know, thinking certain things, as you're leveling up, as you're learning certain lessons, it shaped you into the person that you are now. But you could never be who you are now without all of those lessons that you did. You were a student, and I feel like you're now the teacher of your own school. And that school consists of literally just mini yous. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm surprised you, like, it's giving me the universe, like the Empress or like type of energy. Like, you're ever growing. You never stop growing, literally. And with this, I'm going to clarify the devil card. Spirit, can you please give me some clarification on this devil card? What is the meaning behind this card? Like, why did you put this card in this reading? What is the purpose? We have the Four of Pentacles. I'm hearing that sometimes it can make you stingy and selfish and very, well, not selfish in a bad way, like you're greedy, but I feel like you're just really stingy with your own time. Yeah, like the bad thing about this is with the Four of Pentacles, you can be very detached from a lot of people. It's either you can be very detached from a lot of people and you isolate yourself from a lot of people and a lot of things because you hold yourself down so good, or this is my mind just went blank, so that's probably what it is. Like, you're so, like, I'm hearing self-absorbed, but it's not in a way where you think you're better than everyone. It's just in a way where I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody. And obviously that's not the case. Like, and that's the case for everybody. Everybody needs somebody. Like, unfortunately, that's just a human thing. But not to like put yourself in a box, because like spiritually, you don't really need nobody, you know? And I feel like you guys have like developed this mindset. And another thing I'm hearing, you guys can also, I'm hearing like people get the vibe that you guys can be possessive or obsessive. You might have an obsessive personality with the Four of Pentacles and the Devil. Like yeah, like when you have like a lot of passion for something, like you're gonna work, like you're gonna become so like obsessed with getting it, you know? And it's a good thing. That's a good thing to a certain extent. Like, if you're doing that for something that's bad for you, then it's just like, okay, well, you're doing all of this work for something that's actually not even good for you. Now, if it's a good thing, then like if it's something that's actually going to help you, then of course you can see how that's a good trait. But that's another thing. I feel like people get the vibe that you guys can be obsessive. But yeah, group 2, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. This is a reading regarding what energy and vibe do you give off. Before we get into this, I would like to say this is a general reading, so not everything will resonate for you. If nothing resonates at all, I would just recommend picking another pile that you feel drawn to. And with that being said, let's get into your reading. So I already shuffled one card off of camera, and I'm going to shuffle the rest of your cards on camera so we can get a live, you know, reading and not just have all of them already shuffled. So your first card is the Chariot. So what vibe do you give off? So for some of you, you guys could always be driving or always on the move. Like when someone, I'm hearing like when someone texts you, when someone thinks of you, they're like, group 3 is probably doing something right now. Group 3 is probably out doing something. So one thing that I'm immediately getting, you guys could be outside a lot, you guys. Oh, well, or you guys just give the energy of someone that's always doing something. You look very busy. You look very self-starting. You look like a type of person that's just not going to sit around and wait for things to happen to them or happen for them, even though like you guys are very much capable of allowing divine timing to come into play and allowing things to play out. But that's already, like, you had already planted the seed first. Like what you guys will do is plant a seed and then wait for it to grow and like obviously do the work for it to grow. But obviously you're still gonna have that patience. You can water it and give it as much sunlight as you want, but time is still gonna have to pass in order for that plant to grow. And I feel like that's what you guys do. But you will never sit around waiting for a plant to magically plant itself. You will never do that. And that's the energy that you give. You know, like you guys are someone that's like, you will always go out and like, you know, go do something, if that makes sense. So Spirit, what energy and vibe does group 3 give off? We have the 10 of Wands. You guys probably look like the type of persons that have like a lot of responsibilities on your plate. Hence why I'm hearing like people think that you're always on the move. You know, like you never have time to do anything because you have so many things to do. You're someone that's like, you never have an empty schedule. You're never not busy. You're never not doing something. It's literally the energy that I'm getting. You're always doing something. Even if you're literally, like, another thing about you guys, I feel like you guys are very intentional. It's like, because I was just about to say, if you're not doing anything, it was because you told yourself, I'm not going to do nothing. You didn't just magically not, like, do nothing. I don't know if that makes sense. You guys are just very intentional with the things that you do. You plan everything out. You can plan to do nothing, but you will never get caught just like aimlessly not doing anything. You had already planned for it. You guys are very like, you guys could like have like anxiety, but like in a way where it actually helps you, because like most people with anxiety is kind of crippling and doesn't really help them with anything but just get them nervous. But your anxiety is like, oh, you keep the, you know, your area clean, you know, you get things done because you can't stand the feeling of not having things done, you know, like even though like it's still not necessarily the like the healthiest, because a lot of the times you can't allow yourself to just be, but it does help. But Spirit, yeah, with that Ace of Pentacles showing, one thing about you, you're gonna create an opportunity for yourself, and that's like the energy you give off. Like you literally give off boss energy. It wouldn't, like literally, if I was shuffling my astrology deck, I feel like you would have gotten, I think it's the Capricorn card. Spirit, I'm hearing even big Leo. You guys could be Leo. I don't know. Spirit, what vibe and energy does group 3 give off? What vibe and energy does group 3? Okay. We have the 8 of Pentacles, right? You guys are like workaholics. You guys literally, I'm not gonna like even go too deep into that, but you guys are gonna work for what you want. It's just that simple. If you want something, you're gonna get it, and it's guaranteed that you're gonna get it because you said so. You said I wanted this, so you're gonna go work for it. Therefore, you're gonna get it. That's why I feel like you guys are never like really worrying for nothing, because you guys know like, I got this. If I want it, I'm gonna have it. If I want this to happen, it's gonna happen, because I'm gonna make it happen. I'm hearing like you guys really like grabbed life by the throat. Spirit, what vibe? Divine Spirit, what vibe and energy does group 3 give off? Divine Spirit. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing you guys don't do it for recognition. You don't do it for the fame. You don't do it to get props. You do it because you want to do it for yourself. You do, the Star, I'm hearing you do it because that's the only thing that actually makes you feel anything. I'm hearing you guys, a lot of you guys, like if you're not productive, if you're not doing something, you'll fall into like depression, or like you'll fall into like feeling like you're not doing anything. Yeah, with this Hermit, like you'll just fall into like a bad state of mind, you know, or not even like a bad state. I'm just like purposeless. Like you feel like if you're not doing anything, you don't have a purpose, which that is not true. You know, yeah, like, that's really what I'm getting. It's not even like depressing, but it's just like so numb. You're like, okay, so what am I really doing? Like you guys will just start to think, I don't know how to describe it. You guys will just start to think, like question your existence if you're not like working, if you're not doing something, if you're not trying to get better, which is like, it's good that you guys think this way, but it's up to a point where you won't just allow yourself to just be human. You won't allow yourself to just be like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to be. I'm just going to sit here and be. Like, you can't do that. I feel like a lot of you guys cannot do that. Or if you can't, and if it's not that you can't do it, it's just the vibe that you give off from with this 9 of Swords, yeah. Yeah, then the Four of Swords. It's like you guys will literally overthink. Oh my God. You guys will literally overthink about the fact that you're laying down. You're like, wow, I'm laying down. I could be doing so many other things right now. Or if I don't get up right now, then I'm never, you know, like you guys like will literally sit there and relax or try and relax and think about all the other things that you have to do. You're not really relaxing. You're just laying down and thinking about all the things that you have to do. You're not relaxing though. You're not giving your body time to really just be a body and like just sit there, you know. But yeah, group 3, that was your reading. I hope it helped you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.